the outcome of this election, what has emerged is a total decimation, a tsunami, a massacre of the NPP. This will go down in history as the greatest political comeback by any politician, and all credit must go to the Ghanaian people. Going into this election, a slogan emerged that is Ghana versus the NPP, because we have an Akufo-Addo presidency which refused to listen. They were very arrogant. They were very intransigent. They destroyed so many livelihoods, so many lives, destroyed our environment, destroyed our water bodies. It was always about political convenience. It was always about their self-interest, insatiable greed. You followed all the exposés that I put out, scandals upon scandals, and they just could not be bothered. I mean, for the first time in our history, Ghanaians, including senior citizens, were compelled to take a financial haircut because they mismanaged the economy. For the first time in our history, we were shut out of the international financial market. For the first time in the history of this country, all our river bodies, except River Volta, damaged because they say Party Hiasika. For the first time in our history, you have a president who attempts to deceive God, deceives the clergy, deceives the people in a so-called National Cathedral project. It has emerged now that he was really never determined to build a cathedral. We have sunk $58 million in the world's most expensive pit. And you have followed a series of exposés I have done on that. How on earth do you tell the Ghanaian people and the clergy that you are going to do a personal pledge, you won't use public funds? You told the Almighty that if you help me win an election, I'll build a cathedral in your honor. How do you then turn around without parliamentary approval, in flagrant violation of the 1992 Constitution? If I had not intercepted those documents, which reveals that on the blind side of all of us of Parliament, copious amounts, now we know $58 million had been withdrawn without parliamentary approval. And the Constitution is very clear. Nobody has the right to take public funds without parliamentary approval. And what did they do with the funds? They just diverted it. Carrie Summers is keeping $6 million. Others were engaged in inflationary pricing. David Ajayi and co. And the mindless recklessness associated with this project. You see how they destroyed so many iconic buildings because President Akufo-Addo says that in his interaction with God, God gave him the specific location in Accra where this cathedral should be put up. So he demolished the iconic Judicial Training Institute, demolished the Passport Head Office, demolished the Scholarship Secretariat, demolished the Mali Ambassador's residence, demolished bungalows belonging to Shraj, demolished bungalows belonging to judges, about 14 senior judges, demolished the Waterstone Realty Apartment Complex, demolished the Comsys IT firm. Some of these companies are in court demanding judgment there. You know, so to think that a president who told us that he was coming to protect the public purse will engage in such reckless dissipation, diversion, blatant corruption, a real heist, I mean, it's unimaginable. And that was not all. You recall the running battles I had with President Akufo-Addo about abandoning the presidential jet and chartering 20,000 euros an hour jets with impunity. He wouldn't listen. And I couldn't believe that a president who says that he's coming to protect the public purse, you have a presidential jet ordered by President Akufo from your own political tradition. President Mills used it without complaining. President Mahama used it without complaining. Suddenly, this president comes in, the one who made a lot of song and dance about protecting the public purse, says that it's not luxurious enough, you know, and we spend hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis until he had to stop. Remember the initial attempts to even outwit me, where he didn't meet me there, pretended he was traveling commercial, only to get the charter jet to meet him in transit, playing games with taxpayer resources. So I submit today that this result, which is the biggest defeat of any political party in this Fourth Republic, is a referendum on the Akufo-Addo Bawumia presidency. It shows that they are the worst government in history, and they deserve this result. And that is why we are talking about 1.6 million gap. We are talking about 13 out of 16 regions won by the NDC, by John Dramani Mahama, and as for parliament, they've become a micro minority.
We're getting into the parliament conversation.
Over 2/3.
But